Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Automate with Girish. In this video, we're going to see the solution of school info project from Bots DNA. So first we'll see the requirement. So step one is we have to open this web page bots DNA slash school. So we have to open this URL first. Then we have step two is we have to download the Excel file. So from here we have to download the Excel file. If we'll click on this link, so the file will get downloaded and I already downloaded the file here. Step 3 is we have to open the Excel file and read the data. So in Excel file we have school code. So step 3 is we have to open this Excel file and we have to read all the data present inside Excel file. Okay. And step 4 is fill the school code from Excel file and click on the search button. So once we'll read the first second row data, then we'll paste this data in here. And once so here I'll read this data from Excel file, and then I'll paste this data here, and I have to click on search button. And step 5 is capture the entire data from web page and fill it inside the Excel file. So from here, from this page, we have to capture school name, school address, all the data of present inside table file, and this data, school name. So once we capture all this data, then step 6 is close the current tab of school info. So once we capture all the data, then we have to close this tab. And step 7 is okay, fill the inside. Okay, so once we read all the data, so we have to fill that data here, like school name, school address, and all this. And once we fill all the data, so we have to close the tab and repeat the steps again from step 4 to 6. 4, like we have to again read the second school code, and we have to paste that inside the web page, and we have to click on search button. And then again we have to capture, like for second data, again we have to paste the second data, and we have to copy this Saint Xavier school name, and we have to paste here. And all the details like school address, school phone number, student strength, and principal name. So we have to capture all this data and we have to paste the data here. So this is the requirement. And after step 8 is close the Excel file and web page. Okay. So once we perform this operation for all the data present inside Excel file, then we have to close this tab and Excel file. So this is the requirement. We'll see how we can achieve this. So we'll follow the steps. Step 1 is we have to open the web page. So from Excel, and from browser package, I'll drag and drop open command. Here I'll select new window, and default browser I'll select Google Chrome. So we have to open this web. So I'll copy this and paste it here. Step 1 is completed. Step 2 is we have to download the Excel file. So for downloading, we have this download file command from inside browser package. So I'll drag and drop URL of the file. So we have to right click here and copy link address. So it will give me the URL of this file, and I'll paste it here. Save to location. So I'll give this location only. And you can see here we have to write the file name also. So I'll copy paste the same name, slash file name, and override the existing file. So we have to select this checkbox. Step 2 is completed. Step 3 is we have to open and read the Excel file data. So for this, from Excel advanced package, I'll drag and drop open command to open the Excel file. Here I'll paste the same path, select desktop file and paste the path of the Excel file. Sheet contains header. Yes, our sheet contains header. So check this checkbox and give the session name as Excel. Once you open the file, then we can drag and drop get multiple cell command to read all the data. So here I select all rows and here I'll pass Excel. Assign the output in a variable. So I'll create one variable, table variable, T Excel sheet data. Now I have all the data inside a variable. So now step 4 is fill the school code from Excel and click on search button. So now I'll drag and drop loop command to loop through each row inside the Excel file. So here I'll select table because now I have the table data, Excel data inside the table variable, that is txlc data. So I'll loop through each row inside this table. I'll store the output in a record variable r table row. Record variable is nothing but one single row. Record one record contain one single row data. Okay, so now if we can see, I'll drag and drop message box here just to show you like what data we are getting till now, our table row. And here I'll pass index 0 because data is present on the first column of the Excel. So I'll pass index 0. So I'll run my code till here. It's downloading some dependency. Okay. First it will open the web page, then it will download the Excel file, then it will open the Excel file and it will read the data from Excel. So you can see here we are getting the 14275 first row data and then 174921, then 212868 and then 258491. So yes, we are getting the data. I'll stop my bot here. So the next step is we have to fill the school code from Excel file and click on the search button. So for this, I'll drag and drop capture command from recorder package. Click on refresh button, so it will give the web page. So we have to select this web page, capture object, select this checkbox, text box. So once this red rectangle is visible, then left click on it, and here we have to pass. Here we'll select set text, and here I'll pass $r table row index 0. We have to pass the school code here, and after this, again I'll drag and drop capture command. I'll select browser here, and I'll select the same web page, and now I'll select this search button. So after filling the school code, we have to click on search button. Here I'll select left click. So once this is done, once we fill this school code here, we have to click on search. So we have to capture the data from this web page. So for this, again I'll drag and drop capture command, and here I'll give one dynamic delay. So like sometimes it will take time to load the web page due to internet connection or any other reason. So that's why we are giving this delay, dynamic delay. I'll give object exist. I'll select browser, and you have to select this web page. And here I'll pass wildcard because this data will change every time. So that's why I'm passing wildcard. So it will not fail. Like while selecting this web page, it will not fail the. So that's why I'm passing wildcard here. And here I'll select this. If this heading exists, then only I'll give the delay of 25 seconds. Maximum it will take 25 seconds. I'm giving it more, like I'll give 20 seconds only. So it will wait till 20 seconds. And if it will find the object before also, so it will proceed. So that's why I'm giving maximum delay 20 seconds. So once this web page exists, then only we have to extract the data. Here I'll select the web page link, and now I'll click on capture object. So first we have to capture this school name. Once this is done, so we can see here, like in object property, school name is present on which HTML tag. So inside inner HTML, we can find the school name. So here I'll select get property, and here I'll select inner HTML because inner HTML contains the school name, and I'll store the output inside a variable as school name. Once I have school name, so I'll drag and drop cell, cell command from Excel advanced package, and here I'll select the column that is B, and uh, because we have to write the data in second row and we have to increment the row also, so that's why I'll create one variable. From number package, I'll drag and drop assign command, and I'll store 1 inside this variable because first we have to loop through from second row, so that's why I'm giving 1 here, and I'll store the output in a variable and row count. I'll keep the row count inside this variable, so that's why I'm giving row count. So when it will loop for first time, I'll increment this row count by 1. I'll drag and drop increment command here, and I'll pass the variable and row count. I'll increment this variable by 1, and again I'll store the output in row count only. So here, so when it will loop for first time, so now the row count value become 2. So inside B2 it will write this and row count. It will write the school name data, and cell value what we have to write dollar s school name, and I'll give the session name as Excel because when we are opening the Excel we have given the session Excel. Once we write the school name, so now I have to capture the tables. So for that again I'll drag and drop capture command. I'll select the web page, and here I'll select this table, and here I'll select the domex path of this table. So right click on inspect. When we are automating any web-based application, so domex path is very helpful to automate that process. So so click on T body, right click on it. So like if we can see here, if I'm selecting T body, so I'm getting the entire table data. So that's why I'm right click selecting T body and right click on it, copy X path. And if we click here, Control F, Control V, so this is the X path, and we can see here we are getting 1 of 1. So this domex path is correct, and we are able to select the table. So here I'll pass this. Here I'll select get table, and I'll pass this domex path here. Unselect all the properties except domex path. Control A, Control V, and unselect all the properties. And I'll store the output in a variable t capture data, t capture table data. So now I have all the table data, but we can see here we have to extract the first. This is the index 0 and this is the index 1. So we have to extract index 1 data. So in my code, now I'll drag and drop loop command. I have to loop through each row of this table. So here I'll select table. For each row in table, I'll select the table t capture table data that we just created, this variable, and I'll store the output in a variable r table So 1. This time I'll give me 1 here. And if we have to extract the index 1 data, so here you can see I'll drag and drop message box here just for understanding. $r table row index 1. So if I run my code till here, so first it will open the Excel web page, and then it will download the data Excel file, and after this it will open the Excel file. Okay, so it will open the Excel file and it will read this all the data present inside Excel file, and it will fill the data inside web page now, and it will click on search, and now it will read all the data from this table. So we can see here we are getting school address Bhagyanagar, fourth line, Ongole, and school phone number 90652, and student strength that is 2136 students. Then principal name Dr. M. Srinivas Rao. So we are getting all the table data. So once we are able to extract all the table data, now we can fill this data inside Excel file. So if you can see here, we are able to fill the first data, that is school name, because we have given the set cell command for this school name. So we'll see how we can fill the rest of the data now. So now I'll drag and drop set cell command. So once I'm writing my data here on second row, so see, when I'm writing my data here, so it's like my cursor is here. So when I have to write school address, so I have to click on right arrow, then it will come here, and I can write my data inside this. And when it's done, then again we can click on right arrow, and then we can set the data. So for this is the logic actually. So that's why uh, before this, I'll drag and drop from Excel Advanced. I'll drag and drop go to cell, and I'll select here active cell, because when I'm writing my school name, so my cursor is here. So I have to click on right arrow. So that's why I'll select one cell to the right, and I'll give the session as Excel. Once my cursor is here, then I can use this set cell command, and I'll pass here. I'll select active cell only because my cursor is now on the B3 C2 index. So, and I'll pass dollar $r table row 1, and index I'll give 1 here. So it will set the when one second I'll show you. So first it will set school name, then it will loop for first time, it will right click and it will set the school address. Then again it will come out of the loop, and second time it will give this school phone number. So again it will go to set. So it will again right click. So it will right click on right arrow, and again it will set the school phone number, and then again it will come out of the loop, means it will run again for the third row. So now this time it will have student strength. So it will again click on right arrow and then it will set the data. So that's how it will fill entire data inside the Excel file. So once this is done, close the current tab of the school info. So once this is done, so I'll drag and drop close command from browser package, and here I'll select tab because we have to close this tab only. Because once this is done, we have to close this tab. So here I'll select the web page. We have to, once we close this tab, the next step is repeat the steps again, and at the end we have to close the Excel file. So it will close the tab for the first row, and it will again look for the second row data, that is second school code, and it will again perform the all the steps, and then it will close this. And once this is done, at the end we have to close the Excel file and our browser. So this is the last step. You can see here, close the Excel file and web page. So here I'll select tab and I'll select my web page school bots dns/school, and I'll select drag and drop close command from browser package also, and here I'll give the session name as. So this is the code. You can delete this message box. This is just for understanding. I'll run my code now and we'll see the output. So first it will open the web page, then it will open the Excel file. It will read the data from Excel file, and then it will start filling the data inside web page. click on search. It will capture all the data from this page. One second, we have got some error, I think. Unable to find default. Okay. On line 16. Okay. I forgot to change this session name here. You have to give Excel, because while opening the Excel, we have given the session name as Excel. You can see here. So it will open the web page, and then it will open the Excel spreadsheet. Now it will read all the data from this Excel, and now it will fill the school code here and click on search button. Okay, that's right. Now it will capture the data. So yes, it's capturing, and now it will the close the tab, and again it will do the same operation for second row of the Excel. Then it will close, and it will fill the third school code. Then again it will capture all the data and fill the data inside Excel file, and it will perform the same step for all the data present inside Excel file. So we'll wait for some time. Till then it will run the ball process completely. So always try to use the steps also, like whatever steps I given, try to write your code inside the steps, so it will be easy to read. So our bot runs successfully. We'll see the output. So we can see here we are getting all the data. So total there are 31 rows, and for all the rows we are getting like school type, co-education, only for boys, co-education. So yes, we are getting all the data correctly, and this is how we can solve school info project from bots DNA. So if you like the video, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Thank you.